crush up, I bring that on my brain. When I laid eyes on your back in the 6th grade, my first dream girl called her Ella Jane. She might have never.
Welcome to another episode of the Mortgage Motivation Podcast, and I'm your host, Gary. And today I wanted to talk about our fellow veterans. As everyone knows, that I'm a veteran myself, and I take pride of working with the veteran community. But today I want to talk to my realtors. So if you never thought about working with the veteran community, you may want to look into this. I would say working with the veteran community could change your business, could possibly even change your life. And the reason why I say that is because how large our veteran community is. And sometimes I feel as though a lot of professionals, they choose to stray away from working with veterans because not that they don't want to. I think it may be something that they may not understand. You know, if you've never been in the military before, I guess that can be a little intimidating for the most part. But if you embrace that you want to work with the veteran community and just start going to community events or working with people that are veterans, we could teach you a lot about that community. I've been in the military for over 20 years, and I love working with my fellow servicemen. But what I would say that you may want to really consider working with veterans. And what I did was I took a couple of notes of the reasons why I think it's just a great idea to work with the veteran. Like I said, it could possibly change your business. It could change your life because our community is so large. We have a large population of veterans. I saw some stats that shows the amount of veterans that's in each state, and it's unbelievable because you got to remember, you have veterans from 18 years old all the way up to 90 something, that people that are that's in the military serving right now, or that's retired, possibly served just 2 or 3 years, 4 years in the military. And you have some people like myself that's done over 20 years in the military that has retired. And not everyone are still in uniform. You have a lot of people, like I said, that went on to start their own business. You have people that went on to become doctors and just became really successful in life. And that's why I just think it's just a great way of, just having a great network of people to work with. So I came up with just a few ideas that I took notes on. I'm like, you know what? I got to tell my realtor friends, this is the reason why you should work with the veteran community. So the first thing I put in there is, and it's always going to be number one, is the fact that we signed our name on the dotted line and say, hey, I'm going to put my life on the line for this country. So that all by itself is number one, the reason why you should work with a veteran. Number two is the fact that we have more options. Seeing that you are a veteran, and if of course you have to qualify for the VA home loan, but say you do qualify for the VA home loan, that is an additional option for that veteran. Just like with me, I'm a veteran, and with my home I have right now, we have a VA home loan on there. But I had an option to choose that. So I could have went with the VA home loan. I could have gone with a conventional loan. I could have gone FHA. I could have gone a non-QM product if I want to because I'm self-employed. But I decided to go with the VA home loan. And when you have someone with multiple options, that's always a good thing when someone has an option. So I would, to me, work with veterans with that all by itself because of that. And if you're talking about a great community to work with, number two is a real good one. Number three is good for someone that's currently owning a home or for a first-time home buyer. So you have what we call a move-up buyer. If you have a veteran that's looking to move up and purchase another home, they still could use that VA home loan. I did an episode on that all by itself with the misconceptions that you're going to use the VA home loan one time, and that's simply not true. You can use it multiple times. So you have that as an option. So you have someone that's buying a home, and all they have to do is cover the closing costs because the VA home loan is 100% financing. So no down payment needed. Not saying that you don't have to put a down payment, but it's always an option for that veteran. The other thing would be if you're working with first-time home buyers that are veterans, this is like having a down payment assistance program for each person because they're not even required to have a down payment. So the only thing we have to cover now is if they have enough money to cover the closing costs, then you're good. Or there's other programs out there where they can get the closing costs covered. So if they qualify for a down payment assistance program, you can add that to the VA loan. So there's different ways you could do that. So if they have the money for it, 2, if they qualify for a down payment assistance program, 3, if you want to cover those with seller concessions, you could do that as well. So as you can see, we're adding up already why it's just a great idea to go with the VA or work with the veteran. All right, the fourth thing I have is working with veterans. You could be building up a new community of investors. I see a lot of veterans that are investors right now. They may have started off with the VA home loan, but say they turned that multi-unit that they moved into and they moved out, and now it's just a full-blown investment property. Or they move out of their primary home, and now they want to use that house they have to rent that out. Or now that they have that primary home, and now they want to start investing, they're going to call you because they already have a realtor. So you have to think in the future tense, working with a veteran, because in the long run they may be buying multiple properties. So that is, to me, just a great reason why you want to go that route as well, because you can have a veteran that's using a non-QM product, like a self-employment product, to purchase more investment properties. You just never know what can happen out of that relationship that you have with that veteran. 5, working with veterans, we are a loyal community. So if I know other veterans that's looking to purchase a property, and I know this realtor work with veterans, more than likely I'm gonna refer you out. And that's just how that works. And it's just amazing how tight we are as a community. I get a lot of referrals strictly because I'm a veteran, and they never met me before in the past. But the fact that I have that designation showing that I specialize with VA home loans. I was in the military for over 20 years. So since I speak the lingo, that makes a huge difference. But for your veteran that's looking to purchase a home, they will continue to refer you out to other people. So why wouldn't you want to do something like that? All right. 6, I would say just the opportunities that you would have. So as you continue to work with veterans, opportunities like speaking at the different bases that we have. There's almost a base in almost every state, right? So you have your active duty bases, you have your National Guard bases that's around. If you truly work with veterans, there's an opportunity for you to do that as well. So if you constantly working with veterans and you want to go speak on base, if that happens for you, that's a chance. Working with the people that's retired, that's at the VFW, speaking at those places. So to me, the networking opportunities is just unlimited. Once you start to work with veterans, I'm telling you, that is just the way to go, because you're going to open up a whole plethora of business for you by working with veterans. Okay, to me, that goes a long way. And you don't have to be prior service to get that same respect. Now, it does help by you being in the military. Like with me, it's automatic. But if you work with a lot of veterans without being in the military, but if you understand how we operate and how we move, then to me, that goes a long way. 7th, I would say that taking it a step further, there's ways that you can get the destination of what they call like a veteran home specialist, a veteran home loan specialist, a veteran realtor. There's a lot of programs out there that teaches you about the military. So the difference between being a Navy, Army, Air Force, Marines, the working with people that's in the National Guard. There are a few things that's learning curves, probably more so on the lending side than on the realtor side, but it's always good to understand our language. So how to read a LES, or how, if you hear the term PCS, what that means, or MP versus SP, and all those different things that we throw out there without even thinking about it. But if you take the class, and most of these things are online now at this point, you could do that. Or say you work with a company like me, where I'm in the military, or I was in the military rather, and I speak the language. So as long as you have a team that specializes with working with veterans, then you should be in good hands. But I think that's a great way of doing that. Just going out, get certified, understand what it's like to work with a veteran, and just taking it from there. So getting a destination, as well as, like I said, working in the community along with veterans. So if they have a Veterans Day, or they're doing some type of event local in your city, you should be there. But once again, by you constantly working with veterans, that network is going to continue to build up. And I just think it's just a great opportunity for you. And lastly, just working with a team that understands veterans. So at Affluent Mortgage, I got to throw our company out there. By me being prior service in the military, I speak the language, And a lot of things that you may not understand, it would make sense to me. And by me closing a lot of veteran loans, there's a lot of nuances possibly that you may run into. But if you got the right team, then you should be in good hands. And one other thing I want to add about Affluent Mortgage, we added on lenders that specialize in VA home loans. We do that not only for the great rates that VA home loans has, but just the smooth of the service itself. Because not only you want to have a great rate, but you want to be with a company that when our client closes with that lender, it's a smooth process. It's a smooth process for them. It's a smooth process for the title company. It's a smooth process for the realtors. Everybody involved is going to be a great transaction for them. And then as you continue to work with that company, you say, "Oh man, this is pretty smooth." You know, we was able to make it to closing on time. We was not late, and a lot of times we're closing these deals faster because just the streamlined process that these companies have. And there's a few that's all they do. All they do is home loans, VA home loans. So to me, that's just the added service by working with the Affluent Mortgage. The added service by working with me, making me your partner, because I speak the language. And I salute all my veterans that's out there. So if you are a veteran and you're a realtor, even better. You already know, how connected we are. So if you're a realtor and you're looking to expand your business or do something different for 2025, to me, this is a great opportunity for you. Don't feel as though that you have to be in the military or that you have to understand all the lingo. That's going to come with time. The more you embrace yourself into the community, the more that you're around military members or retired military members, the more you'll understand. But the biggest thing is, to me, it's a great way to give back to the community, especially the veteran community. It's a great way to give back to us. And why not? I've seen people that their careers took off because they work with a lot of veterans. So just don't think that it's 100% all VA home loans. That's just one piece of the puzzle. There's a lot of opportunities for working with veterans. So just kind of keep that in mind. And I don't know where this came from. I just thought, you know what? Let me do an episode with me speaking directly to a realtor, just to get them to think outside of the box. But if you haven't already, consider working with the veteran community. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me at any time. Well, I'd love to talk to you more about this as an opportunity. Once again, this is Gary with the Mortgage Motivation Podcast. Thanks for checking us out. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'm continuing to put out more information about working with veterans, more information about being self-employed, and doing all these different type of programs out here that you've never heard before. And 2025, this is an opportunity for everyone to be more successful. This is an opportunity for everyone to take advantage of the products and programs that's out here so you could be a homeowner. This is for you. See ya. Peace.